Hi, I want to talk about in this video about admitting we're wrong and pride. Quite often in society, or as individuals, or as many people, we can come to um this belief, perception, or way of thinking that we need to not admit we're wrong, whether it be over pride or whatever excuse. Pride is would be number one reason that it would always be the case, if not always, most of the time. Or quite often, one of those few. Now, like maybe it's not always good to admit you're wrong with some people or in general, in certain situations. But with people, it's good to admit we're wrong, and we don't need to feel like we need the other person to admit they need to admit they're wrong in order for us to admit we're wrong. You know how important it is for us to improve our life if we're going to admit we're wrong. Because if we don't admit we're wrong, how are we going to improve our life and make it better? It could be a simple thing as like you did wrong on the math, some math. You didn't do good on the math test, for instance. You failed your term paper. You could to admit that you didn't do good on it and you need to do better instead of like being down, wanting to not caring or not doing as good as you could do, because you don't see there's a problem there and you could do better in school. That could be a simple thing, something that not so personal, or well, it's gonna be personal because maybe you want to go to college, maybe your parents care, maybe you want to not let them down. You don't want to let your family down, your friends down, whatever. Or yeah, you want maybe it's like you're playing soccer, or football, or hockey, or tennis, and to admit that you could do better. That could be admitting you're wrong in that sense. But then there's the thing where maybe you swearing, or as a Christian, we shouldn't swear, we shouldn't lie, we shouldn't do so many different things. Or then there's another area of admitting we're wrong when it comes to doing right or wrong, like lying, for instance, like I was saying, or maybe like how you treated someone. To admit that you treated someone not good. It's hard to do. It's either hard to do because you want the other person to also admit they're wrong, or the other people, if that's the reason why you were that way. Or it's hard to do because you don't want to feel lower, or you don't want to feel like you're not good enough, or you don't want to feel like you're the weak one or the bad one, or you want to feel like people will like you, or people feel positive about you, or people to think differently, or to judge you. So many different reasons why it's hard trouble admitting you're wrong. Now, quite often we can admit we're wrong, but at the same time, it can be hard for us to do so because of either our pride or whatever reasons, or that reason plus other reasons. How important it is to progress, or to choose to love, or just to better our life, or better other people's lives, or just better society. If we can just admit each other that we're wrong. That's going to be an important part of the cause, whether it be just improving the cause, improving people, making the world a better place, how to better people's lives, is for us to find a way to help people who can't admit they're wrong, or to find a way so where we can, as individuals, whether in society, as a society as a whole, and as individuals, or as people we're trying to help, or people want to help, or people want to receive help, to admit we're wrong and make our life and other people's lives better. You know, like it's like they say though, the one of the things in history is that history has a way of repeating itself. Well, if we have a way of repeating itself, then one thing to do is to admit where we're going wrong and make life better for America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, South America, Canada. All those places, and whatever other places, Antarctica. Alaska, Hawaii. You know, whatever places where we have trouble admitting where we're going wrong as a country, as a world, as a society, um, in a school, at a job, as individuals, like I said, with friends, with enemies, to admit we're wrong and come together, make peace, have love, have a better world because we choose to admit we're wrong and we want to make life better for all, whether it be for if just by making our own life better, we can make other people's life better, or by choosing to, sometimes even maybe we don't admit, maybe we come to the grasp we admit we're wrong, but then we also need to try to help other people to see where they're wrong, and because maybe some people just have trouble seeing where they're wrong, but sometimes when we tell people they're wrong, that might seem like tough love to other people, or it might seem like, oh, what are you doing? You're putting me down, or you're making me feel bad. You make me feel guilty. You don't have right to tell me where I'm wrong or where I'm right. Well, when you're trying to help them or help society, then that's a good thing. Instead of trying to just punish people or judge people or bring people down, let's bring people up. Let's make people feel more positive. Have a happier life, have a better life. Let's help people. Let's give people hope. Let's do the right thing. You know. This is about admitting people wrong and pride and admitting where we're wrong, but it's also in society or as other people are doing wrong. If we can, first we need to admit where we're wrong. That's important. It's always good to love others and love ourselves. Always important. You need to love yourself. You need to take care of yourself. But how important it is to help others when you can not only love yourself but love others. And when you love others, you can love yourself. When you love yourself, you can love others. But if you love yourself by yourself, then how can you just love others if you're choosing not to love others? You can't just automatically just love others just because you love yourself. You can't automatically love yourself just because you love others. That could be on another YouTube video, by the way. But anyways, just how important it is, whether it be admitting we're wrong, admitting others are wrong, others they're wrong. Now we can't expect others to admit themselves wrong, and it might not even deal with it very good. We can't expect them to even be okay with it because they know you're wrong, whether you admit it or not. Because the number one thing is to admit we're wrong, but the other thing is, in terms of helping people, to admit they're wrong to try to get them to do better. Anyways, though, just how important it is that we can make a life better if we can just, whether it be admitting ourselves that we're wrong or admitting society. Both of those are very important, and just swallowing our pride. As a country, as a world, as individuals, as friends, as schools, like all that, as sports teams, in the political field and police force, the list goes on. I'm trying to think, as businesses, there's so many different areas, just as people as a whole, when we come together to realize where we're wrong, don't just focus on the problem. It's like in the movie Patch Adams, who said one of the characters was like, focus on the solution, don't focus on the problem. Like, how many fingers am I on? That guy said he saw 10 fingers. Whether he was just seeing that because his eyes were blurry or because he had a mental health or not, he made a very good point. When you focus on the solution, when you focus on the big picture, when you focus beyond it, because beyond it he saw more than that, we can solve the problems. We can find solutions. Nothing is perfect in life, but you are closer to perfection when we go working toward that solution. When we focus on that solution, when we try to make things better, when we admit when life is wrong, where things are going wrong, when we admit where we're wrong, when we try to help where people are going wrong, where society's going wrong, and we try to make life better, whether for others or for ourselves, life will go a long way. Swallow that pride, learn to make life better. This is Chase Dreams. We're here to make life better for all, make the world a better place. I hope you will donate for GoFundMe or help with the cause. If you need help, I hope this has helped. I hope you find the many other videos to help, or if you already seen this video and there's places going, I hope you'll find one of those places and get help from them, or call one of the numbers if we have more than one by then, or just I used to have this jsdreams.vpweb.com. I had a whole bunch of videos from other people, but it got to the point where I need to make stuff that are unique that this cause will create. So I started making videos. I made videos since the beginning, but having it more so that we're just doing. Whether it be people who want to give their poetry or songs or whatever else, but you can do that. Whether through email or if we have a mailing address, or you can call and let us know that you have anything. So yeah, we're here to give hope. We're here to help people, make the world a better place. If you want to get help or you want to help out, helping others helps yourself. But At the same time, this cause is here to help you, help everybody. We're here to help all. That's what this cause is for. This world needs a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope out there, and there's a lot of things that are where people are receiving help. And the world can be a better place because of all that. However, there's still a lot more improvement to do, a lot of things to do, and that's where my my passion, my life is now for to do what I can to make a life, a career, my whole life about helping people, and not for myself, but for God and Jesus, for other people. Do something good, good for God, do something good for Jesus, do something good for others. Um, that's where my life is now, and you know that's where my passion is. That's what drives me. I don't do it full time, but I'd like to see that happen in the near future. Hopefully soon, instead of way down the road. Been doing this 2.5 years. So again, I hope you found this video helpful, and hope you have a good day or night, and God bless.